Learning to fly, when I asked my instructor what the most dangerous thing about flying small airplanes is, he says, it's driving my car to the airport, statistically. A year later, I file a flight plan from Meigs Field on Lake Michigan to Quad Cities International in Moline, I-80 West, VFR, one soul aboard. Starting my Piper Arrow with a recently overhauled engine, the salesman has assured me it's missing. Chick, chick, chick. Leaning the mixture back, the missing stops. I've called my aging mother in Moline to say I'll overnight at Quad Cities and then take her up to see her house from the air in the morning. You'll do no such thing. Those little planes crash all the time. Rocky Marciano flew right into the ground over by Davenport a few years ago, so he's dead now. Well, he flew into a thunderstorm, Ma. That's not the plane's fault. My flight instructor told me the most dangerous thing about flying a small airplane's driving to the airport in your car, statistically anyway. Well, be that as it may, I'm staying right here on the ground, and that's that. Banking to I-80 West, something's definitely wrong. Cockpit noise loud, yoke vibrating, but the gas and cylinder head temp gauges are in the green. What? Need a mechanic at Quad Cities to check out the engine for sure if I can make it there. Rule out emergency landing on the interstate as slow lane is filled with an elephant parade of trucks, cars speeding by in the fast lane. Yoke vibrating now like a hand sander, so I firewall the throttle so I can get to Quad Cities faster. This is a big mistake. Kerblang! The left front cylinder sails past my window, engine running out of balance now on 3 cylinders, nose thrashing back and forth like a shark shaking a fish. Pull mixture off to stop engine before it breaks off the mounts and the plane crashes to the ground on its tail. End of story. Gliding, I bank left over a field of August corn with a blacktop country road and power lines at the end. Consider rethinking long-held religious skepticism as I push the nose slowly over into the corn at 80 knots. Better than tangling with the power lines at the end and end up an extra crispy. They say your life flashes in front of your eyes just before the end, but not so with me, because stars do. This is because the stop prop is gleaning off big ears of corn that are coming back through the broken windshield, and one has hit me in the face. Emergency horn is blaring as I look down at my white shirt covered with blood from where an ear of corn has taken a chunk out of my cheek. They say any emergency landing you walk away from is a good one, but this one gets even worse as I stand in a farmer's yard. Can I use your phone? Had to put my plane down in your corn as the back door opens and a Doberman the size of a carnivorous pony charges around the corner snarling and slobbering as he does a 360, a 180, then leaps up and chomps onto my butt. Spinning, I swing him around, his back feet off the ground until he comes loose and a farmer grabs him. Having a bad day does not adequately describe this. In the farmer's house, I call flight service to close my flight plan so they don't come looking for the plane. Then I call my mother to let her know that I'm running just a little late. Parking in front of her house, I get out of the rental, and she sees my swollen cheek, bloody shirt, and ripped off back pants pocket. Jesus, Joseph and Mary, what happened? Just had an off-airport landing, I'm fine. Going for a just all in a day's work tone. Well, if there's no airport, it sounds like it was a plane crash to me. Okay, technically you're right, Ma. Had to put it down on a cornfield. Engine trouble. Well, at least you're not dead, but from now on, can't you please just drive where you're going, even if it's supposed to be more dangerous? When the NTSB tears down my engine, their report says it's the worst maintained aircraft engine they've ever seen. The crankcase basically glued together, only a matter of time before it throws a rod, which is exactly what it did. What I didn't tell the NTSB was just 2 weeks before the rod flew past my window, I'd flown my old college roommate's twin daughters to Missoula, Montana, back from picking them up at Seattle SeaTac. Their plane was delayed from Peru, so even with a tailwind, we ended up flying in the dark over the mountains for the last half hour. There's an old flying joke, and when the first time I heard it, I thought it was funny, but not so much anymore. It goes, if your engine fails at night over the mountains, turn on your landing light. If all you see is rocks, turn off your landing light.